I'm running Linux on my Chromebook, and it's an old 23.10. I think the current one right now is 24.04. So when I was trying to run an update over here on the update screen, it was giving me this error. I don't have the screenshot anymore, but the error was something to the effect of, this was the error. It said the repository at ubuntu.com mantic-security release no longer has a release file. And that's probably because the version of Ubuntu I had wasn't current. As I mentioned before, I'm running 23.10, but it's already up to 24. So I googled a possible solution to the problem, and I found it on this URL. For me, this worked. Basically, what I was saying is the file that gets your updates at etc apt/sources.list is incorrect. It's getting the files from the wrong server, and so it just needs to be updated so that anything that says archive.ubuntu and security.ubuntu is updated to say that it's using old-releases.ubuntu. So it's as simple as that, and there's probably an easier way to do it through the UI over here. On Ubuntu or Kubuntu, you can do it through the interface, but this was pretty easy. I just had to, you don't have to run the sed command. You can actually go into the file and change the 16 instances where it says archive Ubuntu to old releases. And I'll show you over here. I ran a cat from the etc/apt folder. And what do you call it? I did the sources.list.bak. This was the original one that I had, but I renamed it to bak at the end. Hopefully this makes sense to you, but you can see that it has all the repositories on here, archive.ubuntu, and then security.ubuntu. So my explanation is that because it's the current version of Ubuntu is no longer 23.10 but 24.04, they've moved the repository directory. And so the solution was to grab it from the correct directory, which is, I updated my sources.list using that sed command, but you could do it manually. And I updated it so it says old-releases. So recall before it was grabbing it under, let's say, archive.ubuntu or security.ubuntu. But since this is no longer current, they've moved it into the old-releases.ubuntu. You can see that. And so if I go back to that thing once you do that, you could close the updater and probably reopen the updater or restart Linux. In this case, you can just run the update command through console. So I actually ran the sudo apt-update over here, and that installed all the updates, and so that worked for me. Now it's a matter of I'm going to upgrade my Ubuntu to 24.04.